your front row seat to the Astros and Rockets.
We have reached the final day in the month of June as we welcome you to downtown Houston. Today, the Astros play Game 2 of a 6-game homestand, middle game of a 3-game set against the Minnesota Twins. Twins winning last night 5-4, holding on despite a 3-run ninth by the Astros. Hi, everyone, and welcome. Todd Callis alongside Jeff Blum, and Blummer after that loss yesterday, a chance to bounce back here for the Astros.
Yeah, if they want to continue that, winning all these series, they've won 5 in a row now. If they want to win that 6th, it starts today.
That does start today, and our league leaders are presented by Houston Methodist. For the last month and a half, the Astros have been as good as anybody in the American League.
Yes, they have. They've bounced back and gotten into the race a little bit with that 26-18 record since May 13th. These are the only teams in the American League with an above 500 record in that amount of time. A lot of it is getting healthy pitching back, Hunter Brown getting back into that rotation, and you're also getting guys like Josh Hader at the back end of that bullpen, and that's the Astros bullpen during that span has a 2.60 ERA, which is best in the American League. So you're getting some timely hitting, you're getting some very good pitching, and it's nice to see the Astros closing out a lot of these games.
And today they'll look to Mike Burrows to try and string a couple of good starts together. He was good in his last outing, and Burrows is a guy who will pick up a lot of strikeouts, but also he'll give up some home runs.
And there he is, Mike Burrows. He pitched well last time out, but against the Minnesota Twins, had some issues leaving some pitches up out of the zone. And we're showing you right now some of the mistakes. These are fastballs that are catching a ton of the plate. The average against that fastball this season is 302, but in that last start against Toronto, pitched well, a lot of sliders down in the zone, and you can see even the fastball is getting down there to mix with that changeup. Now today against the Minnesota Twins, he's going to have to do a great job of locating that fastball in order to set up that changeup with as many left-handed hitters as they have in that lineup.
Burrows against the Minnesota Twins. The Astros will see Joe Ryan, who they have seen 10 times now in his career. When we come back, we'll be joined by Julia Morales. She'll be talking with Taylor Trammell. She'll also be talking about Cam Smith. Those guys batching the baseball last night.
Getting ready for Game 2 of this 3-game set between the Twins and the Astros. The Astros facing Joe Ryan tonight. We will see Taylor Trammell in the lineup again. He's joining me now. Before this one, Taylor, you've hit 3 home runs in your last 7 games. What's been behind some of the consistency there with the power?
Oh yeah, just getting out there, just trying to pass the baton, swing the bat hard, and good things will happen. But staying under control, that's the biggest thing. Trusting myself, having confidence when I go to the plate, and really just going out there and trusting myself and doing what I can do best for the team.
You hit balls so far. How do you generate all that power?
I don't know. It's God-given, I guess. But no, train at it, have fun with it. The pitcher supply the power. All you got to do is connect with it.
Quickly, what's the game plan against Joe Ryan today?
Get a good pitch to hit, put a good swing on it.
Keep it going. Thank you so much for the time. Taylor Trammell getting ready for this game. We are getting ready, though, to see Mike Burrows, who will be back on the mound after one of his best starts of the year. A good start in Toronto, putting things together. He's looking to continue that here against the Twins right after this.
Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by Rooms to Go. Get fashion, style, and quality all at low prices on every item, every day. By Uber Eats. Open the Uber Eats app and order Maine Bird to receive a discount on multiple menu items. And by Texas Children's. Inside Dyken Park, Astros getting ready for a Tuesday night battle with the Minnesota Twins. Twins have won 3 of the first 4 meetings between these two teams, and here's how Minnesota will look tonight.
You're going to see Trevor Larnach at the top again. Brooks Lee, Cody Clemens. There's the menace right in the middle of it. Josh Bell has done such a good job for this Minnesota Twins lineup against the Astros. He has 6 hits, 3 singles, 3 bombs, and 6 RBIs against them this season. They would love to be able to control him in this game and pick up a W.
Mike Burrows looking to marry up back-to-back starts together as he had a really good outing against Toronto last time. 6 innings of 2-hit, 1-run baseball, and he's hoping to do that again at home. Most of his success this year has been on the road. He had 2 back-to-back starts in Boston and Cincinnati back in May that went well. 13 innings combining for just 3 runs allowed. And now he's going to try to get the job done at Daikin Park, where he's got a 7.05 ERA on the year compared to 4.28 away from home. Burrows facing the Twins, the second start this year, 3rd in his career. As Trevor Larnach will lead things off. Home plate umpire is John Tumpain, one of the most accurate balls and strikes umpires in the major leagues, and we are ready to go right on time tonight. First pitch of the game is taken for a ball, and it's 1-0. Twins with 3 switch hitters and 3 left-hand hitters in their lineup. Same first 8 in the lineup as last night against Peter Lambert. The only difference, Austin Martin in right field instead of Luke Keeschel. One pitch is fouled down the right field side on the changeup, and is 1-2 on Larnach. Astros and Twins start the night a half game apart, with Minnesota winning last night. Both teams with 45 losses. The Astros have 42 wins. The Twins have 41. Pitch home is fouled into the Astros dugout. Burrows has faced all these hitters in this lineup for Minnesota, with the exception of Martin, who bats 9th. That one's wide, 2-2. Another one grounded foul as Walker makes the play.
Well, a lot of off speed in this at bat to Larnach.
Change-ups and off speed early on. You throw a lot of change-ups.
Yeah, I would imagine he throws quite a few in this game with this many lefties in the lineup for Derek Shelton and his Minnesota Twins.
His 34% change-up rate to lefties, second most in the major leagues. And Larnach checks his swing on a curveball down. So at least 8 pitches here in the initial at bat for Trevor Larnach, and he is going to draw a walk. Leadoff walk allowed by Burrows after that battle with Larnach. How about the Astros starting defense? Is presented by Xfinity. Yainer Diaz back behind the plate after Christian Vasquez caught Peter Lambert last night. The infield has Nick Allen back at shortstop for his second straight day. Reynel Delgado will play third, and that'll give Isaac Paredes a DH day. Jordan Alvarez in the outfield, Taylor Trammell in center, and Cam Smith in right. Now Brooks Lee, the batter. Lee coming in with a 6-game hitting streak, hitting .409 with an 1186 OPS in those 6 games. That one's wide, 1-1. Got in on him and popped him up into shallow right field. Altuve out. Cam Smith will call Jose off and make the play for out number 1. Now Cody Clemens will bat. Clemens did not have a hit yesterday, did have an RBI on a ground out, has had an RBI now in 4 straight games. Takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. Line drive into center, down for a hit. Trammell will play it on a hop. Be a base hit for Clemens to put runners on first and second.
Not a terrible pitch on our UTMB Anderson strike zone. Just a good piece of hitting from Cody. Fastball down and away. Shot right back up the middle.
Well, here he is. Josh Bell has done some damage, as Blummer said, against the Astros. Another home run last night. 3 home runs, 6 RBIs in the 4 games against Houston this year. Josh has been knocking in runs by the bucketful here in the month of June. 21 RBIs his last 22 games to take the team lead in that category. Sends this one to center field. Pretty well hit, but Taylor Trammell has it lined up. Tagging at second and heading to third is Larnach. It'll be a fly ball for out number 2 and putting runners on the corners with a tag up.
Tonight's aerial coverage of the Wire Cam is brought to you by our partners at Defy.
Now Royce Lewis bats. Lewis hit a home run last night, one of the 3 allowed by Peter Lambert. Takes a fastball in for a ball, 1-0. Start number 16 on the year for Mike Burrows. One guy who has been in the rotation from opening day all the way through. Did have that 1 relief appearance against the Guardians last homestand. Kind of a little reset for him, and then pitched very well in his last start in Toronto. It's going to miss. It's 3-0. Tom Payne's accuracy behind the plate. He's second of all the umpires, behind only Jansen Biscotti in accuracy, almost 95% on the balls and strikes calls this year. That's going to be ball 4. Second walk of the inning, and that'll load the bases. He'll draw a visit from Yainer Diaz here. Now word from Jack in the Box.
Get fired up with my new Hot Ones Munchie Meal with a Sriracha Curly Fry Burger or Buffalo Chicken Tater Melt.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
Burrows will now face Victor Caratini with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Caratini is going to be sad to see June come to a close. He has been red hot this month with an 1100 OPS. Nobody with a better OPS in the major leagues with 70 or more plate appearances this month. First pitch is wide, 1-0. Victor with good numbers too against Burrows, 3 for 5 with a double and a home run. That home run came earlier this year in Minneapolis at Target Field. Oh. And he's hit by that pitch with the bases loaded. That's going to score a run. Curveball hits Caratini, and it's 1-0 Twins.
Exactly where you want that breaking ball. It hits that front foot. Snapped it way out in front.
Josh Miller will be out to talk to Burrows here as he's 21 pitches in. He's walked 2 and hit a batter in this first inning.
Last night, just for comparison, Peter Lambert got through the first inning in 9 pitches. He's really filling up that strike zone. And maybe just a subtle difference that I've seen so far early in this start for Mike Burrows is the fact that he's back to the middle part of the pitching rubber. If I'm not mistaken, that last time out in Toronto, a couple of starts, he was actually closer to that third base side with his toe on that third base side of the pitching rubber.
First pitch is down for a ball, 1-0.
Command is definitely an issue.
That is now 7 misses in a row. 4-pitch walk followed by a 1-0 hit batter. Now 1-0 count to Ryan Kreidler. And a base hit into left field is going to score at least 1. Jordan can't come up with it cleanly. Here comes Royce Lewis to score. Everybody else advances an extra base. It'll be 3-0 Twins on the 2 RBI single by Kreidler.
Got a slider that stayed up out of the plate. Didn't crush it. Got it off the end of the bat, but had enough to get it over the head of Nick Allen and in front of Jordan. Jordan charging in. Kind of created a little bit of an in-between hop for him out there. And once that ball gets past him, that second run's going to score easily. And everybody advancing an extra 90 feet.
Kreidler now with a 6-game hitting streak makes it 3-0 Twins. Kristen Gray taking a strike. Burrows powers a fastball past him to get ahead 0-2. Single 2 RBIs for Kreidler on that last base hit. There was an error on Jordan allowing the runners to advance. Change up down 1-2. That one's golfed way up in the air and foul. Somehow didn't hit any of the rafters up there. Burrows' last start allowed his only run in the first inning and then settled in after a Nathan Lucas home run. Here tonight allowing 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 walks, and a hit batter in the first. At least be a 30-pitch first inning for Mike.
He's trying to find something to put Tristan away and get out of this inning. Keep the damage where it's at.
Fly ball to left. Jordan Alvarez has it lined up, and he puts it away for the final out of the inning. 3-run first for the Twins. Astros will have Jose Altuve, Jordan Alvarez, and Isaac Paredes 2 up against Joe Ryan.
The Astros starting lineup is presented by Whataburger. Jose Altuve back in that leadoff spot with Jeremy Pena going on the injured list. Jordan Alvarez, Isaac Paredes, Christian Walker, Cam Smith, and there you see Taylor Trammell. That home run last night was hit number 100 in the career of Taylor Trammell, followed by Yainer Diaz, Nick Allen, and Reynel Delgado, who got recalled.
He will face Joe Ryan, who they have seen a bunch in his career. Just turned 30 earlier this month. Ryan has faced the Astros 8 times in the regular season and once in the postseason. Jose Altuve taking a first pitch down. Astros got to Ryan early on in their matchups with Joe, but he has pitched better against them lately, including 6 innings of 1-run baseball earlier this season at Target Field in Minneapolis. Jose fouls one back. It's 1-1. Jose just 2 for 15 against Joe Ryan with 5 strikeouts and a walk. Takes a pitch up. It's 2-1. Drops that one in for a strike. Last 3 times Ryan has struck out Altuve, it has been on the sweeper, which he just dropped in for strike 2. This time it's a fastball as Altuve loses his helmet, with Ryan picking up a first strikeout of the first batter he faces.
Gilliwood is bringing the lumber, and so are Jordan and Byron Buxton, American League home run leaders, right at the top at 25. It's been a minute since we've seen Jordan, but Byron Buxton ailing a little bit, got a hip issue, hasn't played in the last couple of days, and Jordan with a golden opportunity to take that lead right in front of Byron.
Yeah, we have not seen Air Jordan. He's been delayed a little longer than we are used to since his last home run. But Joe Ryan might be the right guy. Ryan has allowed more home runs to Jordan than any other hitter in his career. Only 3, but still that's the most of any one hitter against Ryan. Jordan smashes one for a base hit. That snaps an 0 for 16 for the big man as he rips one to right for a clean single. He wants the baseball.
He knows it's been a minute. Some humility about it. Baseball gets the best of him. Change up, pulled down and in. Joe Ryan is extremely lucky that that was only a 12-degree launch angle, because off the bat, 115.1 can go a long way.
Now Isaac Paredes chops a foul. It's 0-1. When Ryan struck out 9 Astros back on May 20th, they kicked off 3 consecutive starts of striking out 9. 9 was his season high that day, and then he matched it the next 2 starts and then struck out 9 in his last outing. He has been picking up a lot of Ks, especially in the month of June with 38. The thing about Ryan is he doesn't walk very many.
Oh, he's going to throw some strikes. He's not going to give in on these at-bats.
Isaac Paredes with a 1-2 count. Isaac having a really good month of June as well. Like his teammate behind the plate, Victor Caratini, not quite an 1100 OPS, but a 913 OPS. And he goes down on a foul tip caught by Victor for the second out. So Ryan's 2 outs via the strikeout.
The player to watch is presented by Jack in the Box, and TK was hinting at it. This guy fills up the strike zone. 110 strikeouts now to just 19 walks, and he has the 5th best strikeout to walk ratio. 5.68 is an impressive number. A couple of guys better than him, but top 5 in the league is pretty good.
Now Christian Walker takes a first pitch strike, and Walker's going to challenge.
No. previous pitch called strike, the batter's challenge.
We mentioned John Tumpane is the second most accurate umpire. Did he miss this one? By a little bit, he did.
Call's overturned. Houston has 2 challenges remaining.
Well, could have been.
Yeah. Could have used that last night, huh? Gee.
Walker had an opportunity last night after a 3-2 count. Pitch up, called a strike by Brennan Miller. Miller ruled that by Walker looking into the dugout and then tapping his helmet that would not be allowed. And as it turns out, had it been a walk, then the Astros would have tied that game up with a Trammell and Cam Smith home runs.
Still be playing. Well, maybe not with the Minnesota bullpen.
2-0 pitches in, and the guy who we were just touting about his impeccable command is 3-0 on Walker. You would think Walker should see a good pitch to hit here.
I would imagine it's going to be something in the zone, so be ready to hit, get that foot down, and get ready to barrel.
Pretty good pitch.
Instead, Joe Ryan goes to that outside edge.
Only 5 walks in his last 7 starts. Started with the Astros without a walk and 9 strikeouts on May 20th. Now he's back in the count, 3-2. Ryan's kind of old school, and once he gets behind, he'll challenge you with a fastball.
He actually does. I mean, he's not going to line up the radar gun. He's going to be 93 to 95. It gets really good extension through the zone, so it's a little bit more of a deceptive fastball that he uses at the top of the zone.
Throws him a 3-2 curve that Christian grounds foul.
But if you've got those low walk numbers like Joe Ryan does, you probably have pretty good command of 3 to 4 pitches that you know you can throw in the zone. So as a hitter, you got to be on your toes a little bit.
Walker does have a career home run against Ryan. It was on a sweeper, hitting it last season. Fouls back 95 straight back. Jordan getting his workout in.
Got a little Zach Greinke to him with the grunt at the end of the throw.
Yeah, full effort, max effort. A vocal pitcher out there on the mound. That's going to be down and away, and a rare walk allowed by Ryan. Good battle there by Christian Walker to draw that walk.
This was the call last night. It was a ball. Christian Walker seemed a little shocked at the call. Glanced in the dugout and said, "I'm going to challenge." Brandon Miller wouldn't give it to him. That would have been a nice base runner to have for the Astros, but wasn't allowed. Astros end up losing by 1 run last night.
Yeah, that was frustrating. You could see Walker saying that was ball 4, and he was right. Here's Cam Smith coming off a multi-hit game or multi-home run game last night. Cam with his 3rd career multi-home run game. He and Taylor Trammell combined to hit the 4 hardest baseballs of the night, with 3 home runs and a Trammell single off the wall. That's off the plate, 1-1. After the Astros saw Mike Burrows get challenged in the top half of this inning with 30 pitches, the Astros are putting up a decent number of pitches on Joe Ryan. And fouls it back. That'll be out of play. It's 1-2. Setting his career high with those home runs last night. Now up to 11 on the season. He has his career high in stolen bases as well. We still have 75 games to go. Starting to see signs of Cam with longer at bats, putting together better battles here. Moved that OPS up to 685 with his 2-homer game last night. On the ground towards second, 2 big hops for Cody Clemens, and he'll throw out Cam Smith to end the inning. 1 hit, 1 walk. Astros down 3-0 after 1.
Play Like a Champion is powered by Champion Energy. Astros saw the Twins a couple times in the postseason. Christian Javier faced them his rookie season in the wild card game 2020. 3 hitless innings there. And then a few years later, he would see them again. Great numbers in the postseason against Minnesota. This is a guy we might see soon. Well, I see him right now sitting in the dugout, but we could see him back on the mound for the Astros. The Astros continue to talk over their plan for the weekend. TK.
You can see him right now.
See him.
Is he smiling?
Probably inside.
He's down at the end of the dugout.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah.
There's Javi. He's contemplating life.
Mm-hmm. He's got his peanuts.
Oh, he's the new peanut guy?
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a while for Javi. See what happens coming out of the off day on Thursday. Astros have their pitching lined up through tomorrow, obviously. Austin Martin with an 0-2 count. That's who Imai will pitch tomorrow. Then an off day Thursday, and the Astros will figure out their rotation for Tampa Bay over the weekend. Two pitch missing in. It's 1-2. Hit on the ground, 1 hop to Reynel Delgado. His throw is low, and a good pick by Christian Walker over at first base. Delgado pointing out to Christian as he picked him up on that throw.
Man, there are some luxury items in the league, and Christian Walker's one of them. Delgado did a good job getting to that position. Just tugged on that throw a little bit, and a nice in-between hop that was able to be picked by Christian. It's a tough in-between hop, but he made it look easy.
You're wondering how Delgado is on the team today. He just came back one day after being sent out because Nick Allen was activated off the IL, and Delgado was the guy replacing Jeremy Pena, who had to go on the IL. Astros are going to get a challenge here.
Previous pitch was called a ball. Extras challenge.
ABS powered by T-Mobile. We'll see the challenge here from Yiner, who is 18 of 34 on the year. Yiner is now 19 of 35.
Call is overturned. Houston still has 2 challenges remaining.
That was tasty right there. Yiner saying, I knew it all the way. Wow.
Trevor Larnach amazed that Yiner knew that was a strike. That one's off the plate, 2-1. Larnach walked and scored a run his first time up. A couple of walks in that first inning, came around to score against Burroughs. Tried to hold his swing, and that's too far. It's 2-2. On the ground, nice play by Walker. He'll flip to Burroughs covering, and that'll be out number 2. Christian showing the glove off in 2 different ways this inning. Time to check out tonight's Chevy Stropoll. We're going to be talking about major league debuts and whose was the most impressive. We had one last night. Hunter Brown had his back in 2022. Which of these recent Astros rookie debuts the most impressive? Hunter. You have Oliver Santa. Zach Cole, 2025. In Atlanta, hit the first pitch he ever saw in the major leagues, out for a home run. Those are your choices tonight. Santa pitching the last 2 innings of a no-hitter. Hunter starting his career off in brilliant fashion. And Zach Cole with that big night in Atlanta. Go to @Space City HN. Use the hashtag Stropoll. Well, Burrows looking for a bounce-back inning, has 2 outs and an 0-2 count on Brooks Lee. Mentioned last time out, Burrows gave up that first inning run, then would retire 8 in a row. And 15 of his last 16 to end that outing against the Toronto Blue Jays. Hoping to bounce back after a rough first inning today. It's 1-2 to Lee. That one's down 2-2. Into center, Trammell will try to make a sliding catch, and just off the tip of his glove, sits right in front of them for a base hit. Trammell tried to make that sliding shoestring catch, but just unable to.
Valiant effort on that sinking line drive. The ball was hit well, almost hung up long enough for Trammell. Fortunately, able to knock it down on our Mattress Firm Super Mode just off the tip of the glove. So only a single.
Third hit for the Twins. All of them are singles so far tonight. Cody Clemens, the batter, he singled and scored his first time up. Cody now 3 for 5 lifetime against Burrows, including a home run. It came last year on a curveball. Runner goes, and that's going to be an easy third out. Brooks Lee just decided to start running well before Burrows was ready to deliver a pitch, and he ends up picking him off at second base.
See you later! Into the first row.
10,000 fans will receive a Patriotic Orbit beach towel on Saturday, July 4th, presented by Coca-Cola. Get your tickets now at astros.com/promotions. Orbit was committed to the bit today, TK.
Was he?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob night here at Dyken Park.
Iconic.
Iconic SpongeBob. A lot of people with the add-on Patrick jerseys that Plummer sported on the telecast last night.
But what was his character pregame? I didn't watch the show. Plummer.
Wow, put us on the spot.
If I would have
see
seen
him?
Orbit, I would
him.
know.
No.
What? You guys didn't see him with his... He had 4 legs
That was
Oh, and maybe
impressive.
and an
Squidward.
orange polo on.
Might have been
Excuse me?
Squidward.
What is that?
There's
Dude,
Wait.
I have no idea about
Plummer, I
SpongeBob.
thought you were a SpongeBob expert after
No.
reading that promo all week.
Oh, well, I was an expert on the promo. I practiced that one at home, but I have no idea about SpongeBob anything.
Krabby Patties.
I learned about that yesterday.
Taylor Trammell, Julia's pregame interview at the plate here with a 1-2 count.
And he lived in a La Pina or something like that, or
Lived in a pineapple down by the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants.
definitely heard that before. That it might be the limit of my sponge expertise.
This ball popped high in the air. Playable. Victor Caratini behind the plate. Puts it away for the first out. Caratini getting a lot of reps with Ryan Jeffers' injury, and he has really had a great season for the Twins. Here's the guy he split time with last year, Yainer Diaz. Yainer with a 3-for-6 head-to-head matchup numbers against Joe Ryan. One and 0 the count to Yainer. Got a guy that commands the zone against a guy who loves to swing. Yainer's like, are you sure that was a strike? Because I thought that was off the plate. And it's 1-1. So now Yainer's definitely in swing mode.
That was borderline there. I got one to hit, too.
Yainer getting the start tonight after Christian Vasquez caught the game last night. 3 night games against the Twins going into the off day on Thursday. And this one popped high in the air, playable. Second baseman Cody Clemens makes the call. Now he's called off by Austin Martin. He makes the catch for out number 2.
Yeah, get a load of this.
Wow.
What? I can't believe you missed this.
Honestly.
That's Squidward?
Should be. I mean, I can't see his legs, but I'm guessing it's Squidward.
Oh, yeah, give it a second.
Oh, there we go.
He walking backwards? Forwards?
It was messing with me.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Squidward's entertaining on the show.
You watch.
I didn't know
TK's the expert, not me. We found him.
Pitch to Nick Allen's a strike, 0-1.
Really?
Blown away right now.
So many
I thought
questions.
I knew you.
Love SpongeBob. No, I am not a dedicated viewer, but I've definitely watched my share
enough
of
to know who they are.
Absolutely.
This is awesome. So what is Squid? So Squidward's obviously got tentacles.
I guess. I mean, they call him Squidward, so people think he's a squid or an octopus. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just a cartoon character. Down goes Allen.
How
on
happy
strikes.
are you for this inning to end?
I like SpongeBob. I'm a SpongeBob fan. It's 3-0 Twins.
The best in Texas power pitcher is driven by Ford last night. We saw that major league debut for Miguel Ullola, who was electric out of the bullpen. 2 scoreless innings for him, but that first inning, so fun to watch the 2 strikeouts, get that first strikeout. Good fastball on display. Joe Espada loved what he saw. Another cool moment for him, of course, this was cool, just getting on the mound, was after the game, the support that was shown. He doesn't have his family here. They're in the Dominican, but he did have his family because Alan Bersanta, who of course pitched for the Astros, was in AAA, had the day off. He came with a crew. There was a few guys. This is Mike Montesino, who is used to be the clubby in Fayetteville and then is now in Sugar Land. So he was here. There's some Bat Boys clubhouse guys. Fernando Caldera is a catcher for the AAA club as well. So this group wanted to be there for support. The best part, though, to him, because he didn't have anyone to take pictures with as far as family goes on the field, he did, though. He brought these guys down, and they had that cool moment of my first day in the show, or my first appearance in the show, and my people were with me. It was just very, very cool.
I love that so much.
Also, don't call him Miggy unless you're Joe Espada. I asked him that because Joe's been calling him Miggy, so I said, is this what people call you? He said, no. And I was like, well, Joe's calling you that. He was like, that's okay. Joe can call me that. So it's Miguel.
That was impressive. I mean, I love all the people from Sugar Land showing up. And I love the fact that he went 2 shutout innings and struck out 4 yesterday and worked around a little traffic in the second inning.
Yeah, he looked great, and it was cool to see him on the field taking pictures after the game last night. It wasn't until today I realized it was teammates. Kind of makes it a little more special, too. And Santa's got time in the show. He might have been one of the guys they called up, but it was Ullola instead, so that was very cool.
Santa's a no-hitter pitcher.
Yeah.
And he shows up as a fan for his buddy Miguel. Don't call me Miggy unless you're the manager, Ullola.
He went 2 innings in his debut also.
But he couldn't have done what Ullola did and still had history because he gave up a hit yesterday.
Yeah, too bad. Take the forward punch.
Joe said he thought the second inning was even more impressive because he worked around traffic. First and third, one out, still got out of that inning.
Showed good poise out there. Didn't look like it really phased him. He continued to get after that strike zone.
Royce Lewis, the batter, taking a strike. So once again, Mike Burrows a chance at a clean inning. He got to 2 outs and 2 strikes last inning before a single by Brooks Lee, and then Lee was anticipating a delivery home, and there's a base hit with 2 outs. So 3 of the 4 hits for the Twins have come with 2 outs tonight, as Lewis is on base here as a 2-out base runner. Now Victor Caratini. Caratini last year saw time with the Astros as a catcher, a DH, and a first baseman. This year he has almost caught as many games as he did all of last year with the Astros, as he has been behind the plate. Yainer's feeling.
Just call the ball. Catcher's challenge.
Yainer's feeling good about these ABS challenges powered by T-Mobile. He challenged one earlier and won, and this one is also going to go his way.
Call's overturned. Houston still has 2 remaining.
So Tom Payne, one of the most accurate umpires in baseball, has had 3 overturns so far tonight. Yainer getting after it. Now a little chopper towards Altuve. Jose will make the throw to record the out on Caratini, and that'll do it for the Twins in the third. 1 hit, 1 left on. Astros down 3-0.
Welcome back. We have your dugout report. It's presented by Jack in the Box, talking about Yordan Alvarez, who came into this game with an 0 for 16. He's already snapped that, has a base hit in his first at bat today. Got a good reaction from the dugout, though, because they have been watching him work through some things really hard, too. The last couple of days, we've seen him hitting on the field with the guys for early hitting. So he's getting there early. He's getting out there, something we just don't normally see from him. But Joe said he's been working on his timing. He has been getting after it. And today, guys, he was even asking for the music in the ballpark to be turned up. And when he did that, Bryce Matthews took off running, returned with a big portable speaker, because when Yordan asks for things, people will make it happen. And it worked.
This guy's so good that he normally doesn't need extra work. But once he gets extra work in and he gets his timing down, look out.
In case if for those around the league who are wondering if Yordan is human, yep, he is, and baseball will humble the best of them. Man, we saw him move a runner in Detroit. We're watching him do extra work, and as a young player, you're watching some of the veterans or some of the hyper successful guys around the show, and you're going, wait a minute, that guy's doing that? I may need to get on that same route that he's working through, and just being around Yordan makes people better.
Raynel Delgado with a 2-0 count puts this in play to left, and it's over the head of Trevor Larnach, bouncing off the out-of-town scoreboard. Delgado with a head-first slide into second. He is safe with his first major league double.
He's got that extra base swing going. Home run in Detroit, now a double here, but this is bad positioning. Great hitting, bad positioning. Larnach was playing shallow. You can see right there, well in, away from that manual scoreboard. Had no chance to get back to that baseball that was hit over his head.
Pretty good job playing the ball off the wall, but Delgado getting in there with a leadoff double, and now Jose Altuve bats. Altuve waves at the slider off the plate. It's 0-1. Delgado just back on the roster, was off for 1 day after hitting a home run Sunday.
Outfield arms are presented by Lone Star College. Larnach and Martin have pretty good arms. Martin has pretty good velocity, so you're going to be careful with him. I would challenge Kreidler out there in center field. But Larnach is playing a shallow left field here at Daikin.
This ball to the right side, bobbled by Clemens. Altuve doing a good job advancing the runner. Delgado gets to third.
It was a quality at bat. Unfortunately, we may not see Jordan hit. With his 3-run lead, they'll let him try and take a hack at it. Early enough in the game.
Jordan has been intentionally walked 13 times this year, which is the most in all of baseball. Ryan delivers a strike on the outside corner at the top of the zone. 0-1. Another one at the top of the zone. This one Jordan fouls off, and Ryan getting ahead 0-2.
Ryan will throw a lot of pitches at the top of the zone, especially before that 2-strike count, trying to get maybe some spin down. I'd recommend burying it or keeping it away from Jordan.
In on him with that fastball. It's 1-2. Joe Ryan usually full of expressions out on the mound. They call it the Joe Ryan experience. He's a pretty easy guy who wears his emotions on his sleeves to see how he's feeling out there. And he goes after a pitch up for a strikeout. Jordan down on strikes. Joe got him to leave the zone, which is rare.
Statcast 3D powered by Google Cloud's going to show you the 26 hits in June for Isak. How about going middle away and even a little bit off the outside corner? He's seen a lot of pitches, but he likes to get those arms extended. And keep in mind, even those home run baseballs that you're seeing, middle and away, even down and away, he's still pulling those to that left field side.
So anything in is going to be a foul ball, basically.
Yeah, he'll just yank it into the Isak territory, just below the Gallagher club or above it.
Victor Caratini wants to discuss the way to attack Isak Paredes here with a runner on third now and 2 outs. I mentioned that extension for Ryan, and Jordan, who doesn't leave the zone very often, really thought that pitch was going to be lower than it ended up.
Yeah, it took off and he continued to go with it. Yeah, chasing well out of the zone.
Good news is for Jordan, he only has to stew about it for about a minute. Then he goes play left field, not like a DH where you've got to. Ooh, that's rare.
Yeah, that one took off.
It has the illusion of almost riding.
Well, and he's got that lower arm or lower release point, so you see the ball pretty good, but by the time you react to it, it's riding up out of the zone. Same pitch right there. His arm angle is at 24 degrees.
Wow. Drops in a sweeper for a strike, or a slider. It's 1-1. Paredes trying to add to his June RBI total. He's got 21 runs batted in this month. Now he's down in the count 1-2. There are not many better hitters than Isak Paredes down in the count. He's got a 1-2 count here. Isak is a 300 hitter in 0-2 counts this year, 9 for 30. Shouldn't be a thing. That's wide, 2-2. Towards third. If it hit the bag, it would have helped. It didn't, and that allows Brooks Lee to make the play. So the Astros with a leadoff double by Delgado, unable to get him home. It's still a 3-0 Twins lead.
seeing this.
Receive a Hello Kitty cap this Wednesday. That'll be tomorrow. Get your tickets now at Astros.com/promotions. It'll be Tatsuya Imai on the mound for the Astros tomorrow night against Taj Bradley. First pitch grounded to Delgado. He was down on the ground, got back up to make that play for the first out of the inning.
You play in sometimes and you get a big swing. It's like being in the outfield, that swinging changeup off the bat. And your first reaction is to go into that defensive crouch. That's winning right there, TK.
Those are the SpongeBob add-on jerseys. They're all over Dyken Park tonight. You too can look like Patrick. 0-1 the count to Tristan Gray. So Burrows getting ahead 0-2. Burrows gave up 3 in the first. Since then, he's given up a couple of 2-out singles.
Should I have them send up one of the Krabby Patties?
From Mr. Krabs. Swing and a miss. Down goes Gray. That'll be a strikeout for Burrows, his first of the night. And that's the second out of the inning. So once again, getting 2 outs, just like the second, just like the third. Now looking to get that third out without a base hit as he faces Austin Martin. The command has been much better since the first.
Definitely made the adjustment. You're right.
First pitch strike, 0-1. First inning, Burrows threw 30 pitches, 17 for strikes. And since then, he's only thrown 7 pitches off the plate, facing 9, now a 10th batter. Just missed. It's 1-2. Didn't get the chase by Martin. The 26 of his last 34 pitches have been strikes. It's getting after it. On the ground, 2 hops to Delgado. His throw in time. That's a 9-pitch inning for Burrows for the second consecutive inning. He's starting to roll now. The Astros need some runs, down 3-0.
HEB, a bat that has really come around here recently, is the one that belongs to Cam Smith, the right fielder, having a pretty powerful week. 4 home runs in his last 7 games. The multi-home run games seem to be stacking up for him. He's a homer in bunches type of guy, it seems like, but he's been able to use that swing in a big way for the Astros, and the confidence for him, we tell this story a lot, it doesn't really waver, but it seems pretty high right now. Okay.
Yeah, it does. He's been really putting together better at bats, Julie, it seems. Just the quality of AB. I know sometimes you don't always get a result after a long at bat, but he's seeing more pitches, it seems. He's fouling more pitches off than he has in the past. And when he hits the ball, he's usually putting it in play with pretty good exit velocity.
No, he's got elite bat speed, and he's got a lot of strength in that young frame of his. But yeah, the more pitches he sees, it seems like it forces more pitchers into the zone, and some of those pitches have been mistakes. And the best thing is when he is getting those mistakes, he's not missing them. He is absolutely barreling them up and hitting them a long way.
He's got the second highest barrel percentage on the team, behind, of course, Jordan. Wow, at 12.7%. Christian Walker leading off, then Cam and Taylor Trammell. Christian walked on a 3-2 pitch against Joe Ryan his first time up. Really battled him once he got to 2 strikes. Astros have 2 hits tonight. Ryan has walked 1 and struck out 4 through 3 innings. Well off the plate. A little pirouette by Joe Ryan. It's 1-2.
He seems a little more animated, and today's start than maybe we've seen him in the past. He starts calling his pitches from the mound. I'm going to be a little concerned.
Christian puts it on the ground, foul. Seems like every time the Astros play the Twins, Joe Ryan's on the mound. 8 regular season starts, also started Game 4 of the 2023 ALDS. That's up, it's 2-2. This one could be playable by the well and off the glove of Royce Lewis. I think Julia yelled look out and he lost his concentration and that ball went off his glove and right to where Julia hangs out.
I hope she yelled at him. You got to get to the wall first. You see him kind of drifting towards it and then reaching instead of getting to that railing and leaning. Joe Ryan beside himself, along with a couple other egos.
On the ground to short, Tristan Gray is there. Christian Walker retired by Gray for the first out.
Some of those numbers that TK was talking about, he's right. First 13 games this month, seeing an average of 3.7 pitches and a slug percentage under 400. And then the last 13 being a little more selective and forcing pitchers into that zone, and that slug percentage jumps to 556. And he can still be aggressive. We saw him aggressive swinging at the first pitch in that last at bat, but he's done a good job of falling behind in some of those counts and working himself back into counts.
Even that ground out he hit last time up was at 109.6 off the bat.
That helps the barrel percentage.
Jordan's got the only baseball hit harder this game than that ground out in the first. Big swing, no contact at the high fastball. It's 2-1. And with 4 home runs his last 7 games, including 2 last night. Another big swing at a fastball up. It's 2-2. Good take. That's the difference between Cam now and maybe Cam earlier this month.
And he gets back into the count, 3-2. Tough pitch. I mean, Joe Ryan threw that exactly where he wanted to, but Cam didn't bite.
Joe Ryan saying everything I scouted told me he was going to swing at that. Now he puts one in play up the middle on the fastball. Great example of what Cam Smith's been doing lately as he singles into center field.
TK, I love it when a plan comes together. And Cam has had a good plan here in recent weeks. Even if he expands a little bit, he did a good job and made it purposeful to get his hands above that fastball so that he could hit that ball. Full deflation from Joe.
Part of the Joe Ryan experience. Now Taylor Trammell. Trammell hits it on the ground. Past Lewis and into right field. Could have been a double play ground ball if it was fielded cleanly. Instead, it's first and third, 1 out.
It's a couple of plays in this inning that Royce Lewis has let Joe Ryan down with. This is uncomfortable. Ball hit well. Get a good view of Cam speeding to third base on our wire cam, brought to you by our partners at Defy. Trammell picking up another hit.
That'll be ruled a base hit, but that's a play that you would like to see your first baseman make. Probably would have been a double play if he fields it cleanly. Instead, it's first and third, one out.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable. It literally handcuffed Royce Lewis.
Now Yainer Diaz, who puts the ball in play quite often, takes a pitch off the plate, ball one. Yainer is a big-time ground ball guy, but he will try to lift the ball here to at least score one run. He did fly out against Ryan his first time up. On the ground, but it's going to squeeze through for a base hit and an RBI. Yainer Diaz makes it a 3-1 game with an RBI single.
He does hit a lot of ground balls. He's hit into some double plays, but he hits this one hard enough through that 5.5 hole to pick up that first stake of the day for the Astros, getting around this sweeper nicely. A little bit of a reach, but he's still strong enough to get the barrel to it and pull it into left. Bottom of the order, getting it done. Trying to pile on here and get back to the top.
Now Nick Allen, the batter. He struck out his first time up. Nick came off the IL last night and went 1 for 2 with a walk. Goes after the first pitch and foul tips the fastball at 95. Ryan has had Nick Allen's number in their head-to-head matchups. Nick is 0 for 5 with 4 strikeouts lifetime against Ryan. Something about that delivery just hasn't agreed with Nick, as he's now down the count 0-2. Allen getting back-to-back starts at shortstop. Jeremy Pena going on the IL after the game last night. Astros are hoping it's a minimal stay of 10 days for Pena on the IL. That is a little bit up. It's 1-2. If Pena comes back right after 10 days, it would be that last series before the All-Star break, or they could elect to give him that Ranger series off and give him a full 2 weeks. Had a strike 3 called. Nick Allen down on strikes again. That's the second out of the inning. Strikeout number 5 for Ryan.
Ain't much you can do about that.
Now Raynel Delgado, who doubled his first time up, hasn't changed the depth for Trevor Larnach in left field. He's still pretty shallow. Raynel hit one over Larnach's head last time, and this time takes a pitch up with the curveball, 1-0.
Larnach plays one of the more shallow left fields that we've seen of any team that's come through Dyken Park. And cut off maybe the jam shot or the blooper.
Delgado showing bunt, pulls back the bunt attempt and takes a pitch for a ball. It's 2-0. Taylor Trammell on second, Yainer Diaz on first. And Delgado into a 2-0 count. He doubled on a 2-0 pitch his last time. Takes this one up, and it's 3-0. Jose Altuve waits on deck. Ryan with only a 5% walk percentage, top 5 in the major leagues coming in, has already walked 1 today. And he's 3-0 on Delgado. There's a strike.
I would imagine he's going to get the same pitch again. That was borderline at the top of the zone. You'd like to see it a little bit further down in the zone, something you can control as a hitter. He did get it. Just a little bit tardy on it.
That's kind of the scouting report, though, on Ryan, though, right? Once he gets down to the count, he's not afraid to challenge you.
Not afraid to challenge you. He can move that fastball all over the strike zone. He will try and just feather it through the top of the zone. But if somehow, some way, Delgado's able to get something he can hit into that right center field gap, it is off to the races.
Yeah, right center field gap would be a tie game for sure.
Wow.
Runners will be off here with 2 outs. Any base hit should score Trammell. And instead, that's the second walk allowed by Ryan. Close pitch taken by Delgado, and now the bases will be loaded for Jose Altuve.
What an AB.
Ooh,
Man.
Berrettini might have been able to challenge that one, but that was a tough pitch as he had to go up and in to make that catch. Now we have a meeting at the mound with Altuve batting and the bases loaded. Pete Mackey, the pitching coach, out there. Now a message from Buick GMC. Tube looking for his first hit on the year with the bases loaded. He's 0 for 7 in these bases loaded situations, but no time like the present. Astros trailing by 2, have the tying run at second base. Jose has struck out and grounded out. Another high pitch count inning put on Joe Ryan here in the 4th. Jose has struck out in the 1st, grounded out in the 3rd. Bats with the bases loaded, and the first pitch is wide. Good take by Tube. It's 1-0. Took the first one, couldn't lay off the second one. It's a 1-1 count. Now fastball dots it up on the outside corner, and Jose down in the count 1-2. Trammell on 3rd. Yainer Diaz on 2nd, Reynel Delgado on 1st, and Jose fouls off the fastball. Ryan loves that fastball up over the top of the rail of the strike zone, and Altuve usually, that's his sweet spot.
I was a little surprised, to be honest with you, that he came back at that fastball after seeing that wild swing on that sweeper slider before. But maybe just a little bit of a show me at the top of the zone to get back to it.
Now you would think that sweep is coming here off the plate. Oh, instead of fastball, Altuve took it for a ball, 2-2. It is over 30 pitches for Joe Ryan here in the 4th. And over 80 now in the game. Good take by Tuve. Now the count's full. Everybody will be off with 2 outs.
Doing a great job laying off that. We've seen him expand, but right here holds up enough to be able to get to that 3-2 count. Ryan loves that heater.
Called first strikeout. Tuve challenges right away.
The batter's challenge.
Either it's inning over as Ryan walks to the dugout, or it's an RBI bases loaded walk. ABS powered by T-Mobile. It's a bases loaded walk. Astros within a run. Altuve, who leads the team in getting calls overturned, gets a big one there.
That is the loudest I've heard this Dyken Park crowd for a called ball. Joe Ryan pretty confident, but had to hit the brakes.
That is the 15th time Altuve has overturned a call. A guy who said he wasn't going to use the ABS system very much this year. Has 15 overturns.
Well, that's a genius move because now it puts Yordan at the dish.
Jordan bats, bases loaded, 2 outs. He's already got 2 slams on the year and 3 career home runs against Joe Ryan. Way up and out over the top of the plate, 1-0.
That pitch count in this inning might be impacting some of the location issues for Joe Ryan. That one missing way up out of the zone. I'd like to see him miss way in the zone that Jordan could get to.
Season high 3 walks allowed by Ryan tonight. Ground ball right side foul. It's 1-1. Back-to-back walks here with 2 outs, walking Delgado and Altuve. Jordan 3 for 6 this year with 2 home runs with the bases juiced. High, deep, to right field, all the way back and gone! Put 4 on the board for 44. The Astros lead this game 6-3.
He's back. 60 stakes on the season now for Jordan.
Give Altuve credit for not leaving the zone. A huge bases loaded walk in front of that guy who hits his 3rd slam of the year, his 2nd here at home, after never having a grand slam at home in his career before this season. 4 career home runs against Ryan. He'd already had the most career home runs of any hitter against Ryan before that swing. Now we're talking about a pitch count approaching 40 in the inning. The big man is back, as Blummer said. Hadn't hit a home run since the last homestand. In the meantime, Taylor Trammell had hit 3 while Jordan hadn't hit any. But he hits his 26th of the year to take the American League lead solo for Byron Buxton, who's missed the last 2 games with an injury. Here's Isaac Paredes lofting one into left, and that'll do it. But a 6th spot in the bottom half of the 4th inning, capped off.
We've got liftoff. Air Jordan. And a full flight into the Astros bullpen. How does the dugout feel about it? They haven't felt it yet. They're about to.
Thanks to that guy hitting his 2nd career grand slam against Joe Ryan. Last one came in Minnesota in 2023. Jordan with 3 slams on the season now and 7 in his career. Hit his 2nd here at Dyken Park. The Astros now with a 6-3 lead. Trevor Larnach leading things off here in the 5th. That game turned in a hurry.
Yeah, that was the good old-fashioned Ron Burgundy inning right there.
Escalated quickly.
Yeah, it did.
Altuve, who still doesn't have a hit yet this year with the bases loaded, did draw his 2nd bases loaded walk of the season, and a challenge on a 3-2 pitch proved to be huge, setting the table for Jordan. This ball hit high in the air down the right field line. Cam Smith giving it a look in the corner. We lost sight of him, but he made the play. Cam, in that little area where you can't see him, makes the play in the corner down the right field line, and some cheers from the fans let us know he made the play.
Cam does a really good job of getting to spots where he thinks it's going to be and then getting his body under control. So many times we've seen guys go out of control towards a line and have that ball maybe overrun it sometimes or have to jump back, but he judges the ball so well off the bat. He's been very impressive out there. And obviously knows this ballpark incredibly well.
Mike Burrows, since that 1st inning, has been excellent. He has retired 10 of the 12 batters, 11 of the last 13 batters he has faced. Only allowed a couple of 2-out singles. Missing down to Brooks Lee here. It's 2-1. Burrows threw 2 pitches off the plate in the 3rd inning and 1 pitch that wasn't a strike in the 4th inning. But he's now 3-1 here with 1 out and nobody on to Brooks Lee in the 5th. Lee had that 2-out single back in the 2nd inning. That is hooked way foul.
Yeah, everybody a big fan of the ABS system because if it didn't exist, that inning wouldn't have happened. Credit Altuve for the tap.
Oh yeah, got him on an inside corner heater. Mike Burrows freezing Brooks Lee for his 2nd strikeout.
Locked him up. Some noise, a little fuzz on the inside corner, got him.
Fastball has been lively tonight.
It has. Jumping out of the hand, the location's been great. A lot more on the edges and down in the zone instead of out over the middle part of the plate and up.
And leave it to Altuve to say in spring training, you know, I don't think I'm going to use ABS. Not really comfortable with it. And then here we are, late June, last day of June, and Altuve's got 15 overturns, including one of the biggest of the year.
Yeah, I'm not playing poker with him.
Cody Clemens, the batter, takes one in for a ball. Clemens has singled and scored a run and popped up. 12 of 14 now retired by Burrows as he goes through the lineup for the 3rd time. 2nd straight 3-1 count here after really commanding the zone the last 2 innings. He had some time to wait during that Astros last half inning. Over 15 minutes in the bottom half of the 4th. That's popped up, and if it stays in play, it's his 2nd straight 1-2-3 inning. Instead, it drifts about 6 rows back. And it bounces right to the screen. That young fan got it sitting right in the front row.
Didn't even have to move. Now they're playing hot potato with it.
You have it. So now a 3-2 count to Clemens. And the Twins still have their bullpen going, which means Joe Ryan's night may be over after that 6-run 4th. Orzi warming up. This ball hit hard but foul. Punched into left. That'll be down for a hit. Clemens has his 2nd hit of the night. Kind of served that one the other way. That's the 3rd 2-out hit allowed by Burrows since the 1st inning.
Jordan Alvarez needs your vote to start the Midsummer Classic in Philly. Submit your vote now through July 2nd via the 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star Ballot. Fans can vote 1 time daily at astros.com/vote.
Not only was it Jordan's 2nd career slam against Joe Ryan, but getting to 7 in a career for the Astros has now put him at the top of the list. He joins 3 other former Astros. Some are current. Tuve's on that list. Alex Bregman's on that list, and Carlos Lee's on that list. 4 players now with 7 grand slams all time.
It's a nice list right there.
Three in a season's pretty strong. On the ground foul. It's 2-1.
Yeah, he kind of burst onto that list, didn't he?
Didn't have any at home until this year. Now he's got 2 of his 3 at Dyken Park. Hit hard, center field. Back goes Trammell, still going back. That ball has some carry, and it's off the base of the wall. Coming around 3rd is Cody Clemens. He's going to score. A 2-out RBI double by Josh Bell, who continues to drive in runs against the Astros. That's 7 on the season.
That's that Josh Bell guy again. It's a fastball at the top of the zone. This is that fastball that stays in that center portion of the plate. Like they tried to two-seam it, but it stayed out of the plate, and the big man gets the arms extended. 109.6 off the bat.
That ball was really stung to center. Trammell did what he could, but hit the base of the wall, and with 2 outs, Clemens scored easily. And De Los Santos beginning to loosen up in the Astros pen. Nate Pearson went an inning and a third last night, and Miguel Uyolo went 30 pitches in 2 innings last night. So now a 6-4 game, and Royce Lewis, who has walked and singled, will bat here. 5 of the 6 hits for the Twins today have come with 2 outs. First pitch fastball, top of the zone, strike at 96.
Yeah, it looked like he was working into a shutdown inning to get the Astros offense out there again, continue them swinging the bats, but a couple of hits, he's given up a run to finish off this 5th.
And last 4 innings, he's retired the first 2 batters in all 4. And that pesky 3rd out, 2-out single by Lee in the 2nd, 2-out single by Lewis in the 3rd. He did have a 1-2-3 inning last inning, but now a 2-out single followed by a 2-out double. There's a strike with a changeup, and Royce Lewis down to the count 1-2.
That was a Peter Lambert special to Royce Lewis in yesterday's game. Threw him a couple of changeups. Got a strikeout on one of them. In yesterday's game, Mike Burrows following the same game plan.
Timer violation called by John Tumpane, and the count's 2-2. Tumpane got out of there. Got him. There it is, that righty on righty changeup, as Blummer was mentioning, against Royce Lewis, and that ends the inning. 2 hits and a run. It's 6-4 Astros. Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by Jack in the Box. Get fired up with Hot Ones Munchie Meal. By Academy Sports and Outdoors. Fun can't lose. And by Jack in the Box. Christian Walker leads things off here in the bottom half of the 5th. And he'll face a new pitcher for the Twins.
There he is. Right-hander Eric Orsi into this game. Got some numbers for you. 33 games, 5.35 is his ERA. 33 games and 37 innings pitched. I'm curious if he gets through this inning smoothly, if he'll have to go back out for another one. He's got a pretty good portion of this lineup to face.
Joe Ryan was cruising along after 3 innings with a 3-0 lead, but then had to throw 40 pitches and face 9 hitters in the 4th. Ground ball that got through. First baseman Royce Lewis didn't help matters for him, but he ended up giving up 6 runs and 4 hits, uncharacteristically walking a couple of batters. But what was somewhat in character was Yordan Alvarez hitting a home run against him, something that Joe Ryan has seen before. For him, he's seen 2 grand slams from Yordan. Ryan allowing more home runs to Alvarez than any other hitter coming into tonight, and Yordan added another one to that list. So Ryan out after 4 innings, 6 runs, all earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, 91 pitches, and now is Eric Orsi facing Christian Walker, Cam Smith, and Taylor Trammell. 1-2 the count to Christian, who has walked and grounded out so far. She'll still have their bullpen going, so we'll see if it is Aniel De Los Santos on in the 6th or if Burrows starts the inning with Aniel warming up. That one near the bottom of the zone. Victor Caratini.
The ball. The catcher's challenge.
Victor Caratini with a challenge. ABS powered by T-Mobile. It's either a 2-2 count or a strikeout, and Walker is not loving this ABS system this last couple of nights. As he goes down on strikes on a called third. He did get one earlier overturned in his favor, but that one goes against him. So 1 out, bases empty for Cam Smith. Cam with a single and also a ground out. And the first pitch home at the bottom of the zone. Cam is going to challenge.
Previous pitch called strike. The batter's challenge.
So this umpire, John Tumpain, who was second in accuracy coming in, is getting challenged left and right tonight. This one he's going to barely get.
Houston still has 2 remaining.
Overturned. Less than 1/10 of an inch.
These hitters know what they're doing, huh?
Cam has not been the best challenger this year, but he wins that one.
Oh, leave him alone. He's feeling it.
He knew it all along.
Yeah.
On the first pitch of an at-bat with nobody on.
Ooh.
Now he fouls one back. It's 1-1. Cam was 7 for 17 in challenges before that last one. Now 8 for 18. 1-1 pitch, didn't mean to, puts it in play, and Orsi will make the play to first for the second out of the inning. Celebrate Independence Day with the Astros 4th of July Street Fest and post-game fireworks presented by Macy's, proudly honoring Macy's 50th anniversary fireworks. Check out these deals. You can take advantage of a $17.76 ticket and $2.50 hot dogs all weekend long. Learn more at astros.com/July 4. $17.76 tickets and $2.50 hot dogs.
Celebrate all weekend. Oh, multiple games.
Yeah, it's all weekend. Yeah, show up whenever you want. Friday, Sunday, all 3. Taylor Trammell lost a foul out of play. It's 0-2.
Did a fireworks show after 2 of those games too.
Yeah, that's right. The normal Friday night fireworks plus a special Saturday celebration, which is an extended fireworks show that Saturday night.
Let's go.
Orsier has done a good job coming in out of the bullpen, throwing strikes, 9 of 11. As he's ahead of Taylor Trammell here, or 0-2. Astros leading at 6-4 thanks to the big grand slam by Yordan Alvarez. American League leading 26th home run. Trammell goes down on 3 pitches here. Orsi strikes out 2 in the inning, and we go to the 6th inning with the Astros leading 6-4.
Tatsuya Imai and the Astros take on the Twins tomorrow night in the series finale. Coverage begins at 6:30 with Astros pregame only on SCHN and SCHN Plus. I think they're talking UFOs. Love it, the camaraderie. Imai settling in nicely with a couple of back-to-back good starts. Looks to continue it tomorrow. Speaking with the ace of the staff. Meanwhile, Mike Burrows is done, and you're looking at Aniel De Los Santos coming in. 35 games and a 4.91 ERA. He's got a good strikeout to walk ratio. 34 strikeouts to 9 walks.
5 innings for Mike Burrows tonight. Leaves with a 6-4 lead thanks to that grand slam by Yordan Alvarez. Victor Caratini leading off here in the 6th inning. Caratini has been hit by a pitch for an RBI with the bases loaded and then grounded out to second base. Victor hit a home run last night to straightaway center field. as part of his big month of June, where he has 5 home runs and 13 RBIs and a .355 batting average, 1100 OPS this month before tonight. Turn the calendar page tomorrow to July for the final game of this series. 2-1 now the count to Caratini. So Enyel facing 6, 7, and 8 here in the Twins lineup in the 6th inning. On the ground, 2 hops to Altuve to his right. Jose makes the throw for out number 1.
All In, All the Time is presented by Daly and Black, and we are going to check out the Astros schedule. We got 1 day off on Thursday, July 2nd before that series, heading into the 4th of July weekend, and then it'll be out on the road. Another off day on the road in between the Washington Nationals and Texas Rangers, and there you see it. The All-Star break is upon us. It's made it onto the calendar.
And you could extend that schedule another 4 weeks and still not see a game being played on a Thursday.
I like it.
The Astros have 7 consecutive Thursdays off, beginning with this one coming up in 2 days.
Pretty amazing. They've racked those. They've spent so much time playing so many games in a row that they've earned those days off.
Nobody's played more games than the Astros, 87 coming in, so they will have the most days coming up from now to the end of the season. Their next stretch where they play more than 6 games in a row will be in late August, and on September 1st it'll be their 7th consecutive game out of a string of 12. That'll be the next time they have more than 6 games in a row is September.
That's outstanding. They needed it. They need to get in a little bit of a rhythm. It's been kind of tough, I feel like, for this ball club to find a rhythm, so I appreciate where they're at this point in the season.
There's nobody who will be more excited as Enyel De Los Santos strikes out Ryan Kreidler for extra days off. The guy warming up the bullpen, Stephen Okert. he has been either up or used quite often here in the first 88 games. But the bullpen has really been one of the key components to the Astros record. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Astros with a mark of 22-14 since May 21st, and that bullpen has been carrying a lot of the load. The starter numbers are fine. There's been some great performances and there's been some okay performances, but it's been the bullpen that has really let them win games late.
Yeah, I think with Hader out there, it's really kind of defined roles a little bit. These guys are able to prepare a little bit better. You're still seeing them extend themselves a little bit, giving Joe Espada multiple innings when needed.
De Los Santos on Tristan Gray with a 2-1 count. Ground out and a strikeout in this inning for Enyel. By the way, that strikeout of Kreidler, a rare one. Kreidler does not strike out much, and Enyel picking up his first strikeout, getting the second out of the inning. Gray has flied to the left and struck out tonight. Final line on Mike Burrows: 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walked 2 and struck out 3, including Gray back in the 4th. Both the walks and a hit batter for Burrows back in the 1st inning. His command got better as the game progressed. Off the end of the bat foul, stays 3-2. In the air on the infield, De Los Santos has got to get out of the way, and he does. Delgado makes the catch for the 3rd out. Right now we'll flip it to Enyel for a 1-2-3-6. Nice work out of the pen.
Goal of an MLB fan is to see it all, and the MLB Journey 30 sweeps presented by T-Mobile is the ultimate bucket list. Enter now for your chance to win trips to all 30 ballparks. MLB.com/journey to 30 sweeps. TK.
All right, Julia. Yainer Diaz leads off and goes after the first pitch, chopping a foul for an 0-1 count. Yainer knocked in the first run for the Astros with a base hit into left field. That would be the first run of 6 scored against Joe Ryan in the 4th inning. The last 5 coming in with 2 outs. Delgado and Altuve walking Jose with the bases loaded to make it 3-2, and that set the stage for the Yordan Alvarez grand slam, his 3rd of the month.
Of the month?
Hit one on.
I thought you said of the year. Man, he's got 3 on the year, and they all happen this month.
Hit one on June 6th here at home against the A's. Hit one on June 12th on the road against Kansas City, and got one on the final day of the calendar month.
Game's easy, Todd.
That might have hit Yainer. A 1-1 pitch. And the home plate umpire, John Tumpain's looking at Yainer and saying that's going to be a hit by pitch. Yainer has Joe Espada and Eric Velasquez coming out to look at him. He seemed to be in no pain after this just clipped his finger. Almost got the bottom of the bat.
I don't think it got him that good. He's getting some attention.
So a hit batter by Orsi, who had a 1-2-3 5th inning, and now a leadoff runner in the 6th. Here's Nick Allen. Nick's happy to see Joe Ryan out of the game. He struck out twice against Ryan. He's down to bunt and bunts it foul. Both teams with 6 hits. Astros have the biggest hit of all. Yordan putting 4 on the board with 1 swing. Whereas he started his career in the Mets minor league system. Pitched 2 games with New York in 24. Allen down to bunt again. Probably frustrated with himself because he's a fundamental guy, and he just bunted at a pitch that was well up over the strike zone.
That might have been a foot up out of the zone. Just kind of.
Didn't mean to.
Yeah, just didn't get out of the way quick enough.
So now he's down in the count, likely swinging here. Pitch missing down, 1-2. There's Yainer on first base as a leadoff base runner in the 6th inning. Astros have only had 2 leadoff runners on in their 6 innings of work. When they scored 6, they started out with a ground out. After strike, fastball right there. Allen down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight.
Time now to play Astros trivia, powered by Reliant. Who leads the Astros with the most complete games? Who leads the Astros with the most complete games? This is Astros trivia, powered by Reliant.
Here's Reynel Delgado with 1 on and 1 out. That's a nice diving stop by Clemens to get the out at second base. Cody Clemens with a diving effort on the ball that looked destined for right field. And instead, it's out number 2 as Yainer Diaz forced.
The Energy Boost is powered by TXU Energy, and the pitch by pitch, you can see Altuve chasing that sweeper in the 1-1 count to get to 1-2. Had to battle a little bit and be discretionary. Took another tough slider on the outside. Eventually tapped that helmet and got that call turned around, and Yordan tip of the cap to Altuve.
2 with an RBI and the bases loaded walk, setting the table for the Yordan 7th career slam. Takes a first pitch strike, 0-1. 1-1 the count to 2. Jose winning yet another challenge on the ABS system powered by T-Mobile. Been one of the best in the majors this year, getting calls overturned. This one in play to right. Coming in to make the play is Austin Martin. That'll be a shutout 6 for Orsi, who has now gone 2 shutout innings out of the pen, still 6-4. To reveal the winner of tonight's Chevy Stroll Poll, which debut do you think was the most impressive? And Alan Bersanta, who was here as a fan last night for Miguel Uyola's debut, ends up with the 56% of the vote, the majority tonight. Hunter Brown got 27%, Zach Cole 17%. Thanks to those who voted in tonight's Stroll Poll.
Good stuff. Memorable beginnings to careers to a guy who's been around for a little bit. 40 games this season, leading the Astros as far as appearances are concerned. Has a sub-1 whip and a sub-3 ERA. Everyday Okert on to get this 7th inning for the Astros.
He'll face a right-hand hitter to start, Austin Martin, then a lefty switch hitter lefty, and a switch hitter Brooks Lee has been better as a left-hand hitter than a right-hand hitter, so he gets turned around. Off the plate, 1-1. Good inning for Enyel De Los Santos, a 1-2-3 6th inning. Ball hit sharply but foul, 1-2. Okert pitched the last 2 games of that series in Detroit, so he's pitching for a 3rd time in 4 days. All the lefties, Okert, King, and Hader, all 3 of them pitching both games of those last 2 wins against the Tigers. Trevor Larnach is due up, but we see a pinch hitter on deck. Luke Keeschel has grabbed a bat, right-hand hitter. He will hit for Larnach. 1-2 the count to Martin. And he goes down on strikes. Okert coming out of the gates with a strikeout for the first batter he faces. Now Luke Keeschel will bat. A little scouting report review here with a pinch hitter as Yainer Diaz goes out to talk to Okert. Keeschel 0 for 3 this year as a pinch hitter. First pitch home, missing for a ball, 1-0. Burrow's 5 innings. Enyel De Los Santos had the 6th. Now Okert on the 7th. Swing, no contact. It's 1-1. Keeschel started last night in right field. He went 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Okert beats him with a fastball. It's 1-2. If this exact game was being played in a vacuum with last year's rules, Twins would be ahead 3-1 right now. Altuve able to challenge a pitch that would have been the final out of the inning. And that pitch turned from inning-ending strikeout to a 3-2 game. Next batter made it 6-3. It's now a 6-4 game. It'd actually be down 4-1.
Looked like Altuve was reliving the experience.
foul out of play. It's 2-2. Yeah, that's as big of a ABS challenge I think we've seen all year.
Yeah, I agree with you. What could have been? It could have been back-to-back nights.
Oh.
Christian Walker's last night giving another idea of how important it is, but that slider is filthy to some of these right-handed hitters. That's what's made Okert so successful. Here's a good look at that slider coming out of the hand, and man, the change of pace and the movement had Keishel way out in front.
This one's popped up. Steven Okert continues his great 2026 season as he gets a 1-2-3-7. Seventh inning stretch time. Astros leading 6-4. The seventh inning stretch presented by Texas Mattress Makers.
On the drive of the game, we go back to the fourth inning. Yordan Alvarez. Watch this one go. And then watch the reactions from his teammates, including the rookie, Miguel Ulloa. He's loving life in the big leagues right now. Ecstatic. Excited dugout as well. Even better when you were following the game and know that he snapped that over 16 with that single in the first and was probably feeling so much better after that. Then frustrated after a strikeout in his second at bat. And then the big swing to clear the bases to get.
Yeah, I think even his former teammate Mauricio Dubon would have to be impressed with 3 slams in a month.
Yeah. One more thing to be impressed by.
Yeah.
And by being impressed, it would have been a Mauricio Dubon eye roll. And how about this? We've got Marco Raya coming into this game. See his AAA numbers, made his Major League debut. Was it Saturday the 27th against Colorado? Went 2 innings, gave up a couple of earned runs. One of them gave up a home run, a couple of walks and a strikeout. And in his second appearance, he has to face the guy who hit that 3rd grand slam of his month.
Yeah, welcome to the big leagues, facing Yordan Alvarez here. Raya with a 1-0 count. Very similar to what Miguel Ulloa dealt with in his minor league time. Raya has been dealing with command issues, but recently been throwing strikes out of the pen, so they brought him up, and it doesn't matter if you throw Yordan a strike tonight. That's his 3rd hit of the night after being 0 for 16 coming into this game, and he asked for the baseball, his first hit.
Yeah. He erased those memories in a hurry, didn't he?
Yordan did have 6 walks since his last hit before tonight. Tonight he has been a hit machine, 3 for 4. He's back to pretty much crushing the rest of the competitors and picked the stick tonight. There's a challenge by Victor Caratini.
Throw the ball. Batter's challenge.
John Payne's had a lot of calls challenged tonight. ABS powered by T-Mobile. And Caratini is going to
Textbook confirmed. Minnesota has 1 remaining.
lose that one.
Man, there's been some close ones tonight, hasn't there? Woo.
Yeah, when you get those that are within an inch, you can't blame an umpire either way.
No.
I mean, that's just it's so edgy. How do
It's
you?
almost a coin toss at that point, 50-50.
And he got it right. Caratini loses that challenge. Pitch down 2-0. Yordan on base to start the 7th inning against Marco Raya. These Astros seeing this young right-hander for the first time. Isak with a pretty healthy cut at that 2-0 pitch. Brian King is warming up in the Astros pen in this 6-4 game. And AJ Blueball's also picked up a baseball and kind of hanging around. It's been King primarily warming up this inning. The 3-1 pitch. Isak drops the bat as he floats one into left center.
Wow.
Caught by Kreidler. Jordan's going to have to hustle back to the bag. Stay on the bag, Jordan.
Oof, man. Did your heart stop?
Yeah, because for two reasons. Obviously, you don't want to see Jordan do anything where he goes down to the ground. But if Lewis keeps a tag on him, he's probably out.
Yeah.
Oop.
He got stuck in a tough spot. Almost a misplay. Yeah, he did come off the bag.
And he had to
But Royce made sure he kept his foot on the bag for some reason. Yeah, he should have put the glove on him.
Never like to see Jordan play twister.
No.
Here's Christian Walker. Walker takes a strike.
Although he'd have amazing reach.
He'd probably be good at it. You just don't want to see him play it in real baseball time.
No. A little more of a controlled environment than on a base.
There's a ball that's going to float into right field for a base hit. Christian Walker has his first hit of the night, on base for the second time to go along with a first inning walk. Walker's got great reactions lately.
He does. Just kind of pushed that one the other way off the end of the bat. But we'll take it.
So now first and second, one out, and Cam Smith, who hit 2 home runs last night, is 1 for 3 today. Big swing, no contact, 0-1 at the sweeper. Cam singled to start a 6-run rally in the 4th. And he's missed a couple of sweepers here, down in the count 0-2. Just missed with the fastball, 1-2. Good take. Jordan and Walker on base with 1 out. And a strike 3 called. Cam is going to challenge.
This is called a strike, the batter's challenge.
Cam won one earlier by less than a 1/10 of an inch to go 8 for 18 on the year. ABS powered by T-Mobile shows you Cam's now.
Houston now has 1 challenge remaining.
8 for 19.
Get out and play is driven by Toyota. Taylor Trammell coming to the dish. We have seen him light it up. 11 starts in June. His slugging percentage in the last 5 of those games is over 1,000. His OPS in those 11 starts in June over 1,000. 5 RBIs, 5 runs, and he has hit some bombs.
His last 3 at bats last night hit the ball 102.5 in the 5th, 111.3 in the 7th. That was a single, and 109.8 for his home run.
Some juice.
This one on the ground, that won't be over 100 miles an hour. You wouldn't think. Ground ball right to Cody Clemens to end the inning. 2 hits, 2 left on. We head to the 8th. Astros leading 6-4. Houston Astros baseball on SCHN is presented by Yellowwood brand pressure treated pond. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it. By Michelob Ultra Zero, make a plan to get home safe. A reminder from your friends at Silver Eagle Distributors Houston. By Jexa Energy, Texans serving Texans. And by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. First pitch in there for a strike from the Astros' new pitcher, Brian King.
Setup man Brian King out there for this inning. There's a 2.25 ERA. Last 5 outings, he has not given up an earned run. He's done a good job setting up for Josh Hader. 34 games you see this season. 27 strikeouts in 36 innings. Doesn't get up a bunch of strikeouts, but he definitely stays away from barrels.
One of the best. Cody Clemens down 0-2. Watches one wide. It's 1-2. King gets the 3, 4, 5 hitters here in the inning. Cody Clemens, Josh Bell, and Royce Lewis 2 up. Good work by both Eniel De Los Santos and Steven Okert. They retired all 6 batters they faced in the 6th and 7th innings. Bouncing in there, evens up the count. Twins winning last night's game 5-4, led tonight 3-0 until the Astros put up all their runs in the 4th. Twins answered with 1 in the 5th to make it 6-4. Cody Clemens scoring a run in each of those run-scoring innings. It was 2 for 3 tonight with a couple of runs scored. Cody Clemens.
He swung, it hit him, he's out.
Just swung at a pitch that hits his hand, and that is one of the more painful strikeouts you'll ever see.
Yeah, this is a sinker, left on left, running up and in. See on our matches from Supermo, the bat coming around, and he did offer it that, but it unfortunately hit the hands of Cody Clemens. Man.
Derek Sheldon out to talk with John Tumpain. He knows the rule. He just was wondering why John didn't appeal to third base on that swing and called it himself. He's saying you should have checked with third base. That's his job. But Clemens goes down on what he was hoping for was going to be a check swing and a hit by pitch. Instead, it's a strikeout.
Seeing that more and more these days. A lot of velocity, a lot of movement.
Now one on the ground to Nick Allen. Josh Bell retired on 1 pitch. And there's 2 outs in the inning.
Time now to answer our trivia question, powered by Reliant. Who leads the Astros with the most complete games? And I think a lot of you got this one. Larry Durker. 106 complete games in Astros franchise history, is the leader.
I think that lead's safe.
Yeah, I think it's going to last a while. Unless they start calling quality starts CGs.
2 outs and nobody on. Here's Royce Lewis. And the day of the complete game is on by the wayside.
Yeah.
If you go 7, you go 8 now. 8's like very rare. This ball line caught by Nick Allen. Brian King works a 1-2-3 inning with the help of that caught line drive to end it on Royce Lewis.
App is presented by Lawnmower Blonde. How about the Astros in the 8th inning on in June in the American League? They are leading the league by 9 runs. 39 runs scored in the 8th inning on in June in the American League is tops. We talked about them being able to come back and win some of these games. Let's see, 19 of those runs in the last 7 games. They have taken it to some bullpens around the American League here recently.
Well, see if they can add to that total here with a 6-4 lead, and their closer Josh Hader warming up. It'll be Yainer Diaz going after the first pitch and bouncing one to third. Brooks Lee will make the play to first, and there's 1 pitch and 1 out for Marco Raya in the first. Marco Raya's 2nd major league appearance. After making his debut on Saturday, he's one of 8 Twins to make their debuts this season. And he's pitching his 2nd major league game right here in his home state of Texas. He is from United South High School in Laredo, Texas. That's where he was drafted in 2020. In the 4th round of the draft. they like lately. They've always loved the arm, and like we said, similar to Ullola, they like the fact that he's been able to throw strikes lately in the minor leagues, and that's what got him the call up. He did not walk anybody in his last 10 games of work in the minor leagues. This one floated into center. Look out. Center fielder Kreidler called off Cody Clemens and had to go down to the ground to make that catch. Clemens stopped backing up for that play because he got called off for the second out.
Yeah, it looked like Cody was going to have this play, put his hands out. But Ryan Kreidler wanted to make the play.
2 outs, base is empty for Reynel Delgado taking a pitch. Eric Orsi with 2 shutout innings out of the pen for the Twins, and now Marco Raya trying to do the same. 1-1 the count. Astros lead 6-4. Yordan Alvarez with the grand slam, the difference in this game. And thank goodness for the ABS challenge system this year, as Jose Altuve challenged a 3-2 pitch that would have ended the inning in past seasons. Instead, it turned into a bases loaded walk and set the table for the biggest blast of the night. Two and two the count. There's Josh Hader. He'll be on in the 9th. Twins have their 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up. On the ground, right side, Clemens is there. And Delgado grounds out to end the 8th. 1-2-3 inning for Marco Raya in his second major league outing. It's a 6-4 game heading to the 9th.
Light falls on Josh Hader. He has come back off the injured list and done a fantastic job. He is our Astros pitcher of the month, going 7 of 7 and potentially 8 of 8 if he picks up the save tonight. With that ERA sub-1, whip sub-1, doing an extremely good job attacking that strike zone with that fastball slider mix. Enjoy Josh Hader at the back end of that bullpen. He will get that opportunity for save number 8 right here against the Minnesota Twins, starting with facing an old foe in Victor Caratini from the right side.
Victor will lead things off here, down 2 for the Twins in a 6-4 game. So far, the Astros bullpen of Enyel De Los Santos, Steven Okert, and Brian King have retired all 9 batters that they have faced in the 6th, 7th, and 8th innings. And Hader starts off Caratini with a swinging strike. Hader continues to work ahead of the count. It's so impressive to watch him getting strike 1 this year. His first pitch strike percentage is at a career high of 76.7%. And then once he gets ahead, he can induce a chase, which is also at an all-time career high of 45.7%.
How about it?
So first pitch strike, best ever. Chase percentage, best ever. Swing and a miss. That wasn't necessarily a chase, but it was a strikeout at the top of the zone. Caratini down on 3 pitches for out number 1. Now a word from Dairy Queen.
Treat yourself to a summertime reward at DQ with our limited time drumstick blizzard of the month.
How about these numbers?
Yeah, that's outstanding. 40.6 whiff. It's hard to believe there's somebody better.
Doesn't get a first pitch strike here on a pitch down below Ryan Kreidler. It's 1-1. Kreidler had a 2 RBI single back in the first. He's 1 for 3 today. Ball is inside. It's 2-0. Left-hand hitter Tristan Gray is due up, but he is going to be pinch hit for in the on-deck circle. Alex Jackson has a bat. This one popped up, way up in the air on a 2-0 pitch. Christian Walker coming in from his first base spot, puts it away for out number 2. Our next telecast presented by Kaplan Sinus Relief right here tomorrow night. Taj Bradley on the mound for the Twins. Tatsuya Imai coming off 2 brilliant outings for the Astros. You can see his numbers overall in June. We'll be on the air at 6:30 for a 7:10 first pitch. Imai against Bradley to wrap up this series. A little scouting report now on Alex Jackson. By the way, new outfield for the Astros here in the 9th. Bryce Matthews taking over for Yordan Alvarez in left, and Jake Myers taking over for Taylor Trammell in center. See Jake, Price also in there. There's Matthews. So the Twins down to their final out. We'll have Jackson pinch hitting for the first time this season. 2 for 15 in his career as a pinch hitter. And he goes after the first one and pops it up. If it's playable, it's ball game. It is not playable. It's 0-1. Astros trying to move back to within 2 games of 500 with a win. That would give them 6 wins in their last 8 games. Bigger crowd tonight for Dollar Dogs than last night by about 4,000, and they're all going to stand, at least most of them here, with 2 strikes and 2 outs in the 9th. Got him. Ball game over. Astros win it 6-4. Splitting the first 2 games here against Minnesota and moving back within 2 games of 500. That was a nice win with all their runs coming in 1 inning, Blummer.
Well, the offense got after it in the bottom of that 4th inning. Mike Burrows doing enough to keep the Astros in the game to allow them that big comeback with that big 4th inning. And then the bullpen going to work, shutting it down the rest of the way. But who knew the ABS was going to take it away from yesterday's game and give it today, the following day. Pretty incredible day and a good win for the Astros.
2 hours and 32 minutes. 18th come from behind win for the Astros. The post-game show presented by Whataburger. We'll have Kevin Eschenfelder and Brian Bogusevic as your hosts. Julia Morales back in her normal role of getting interviews in the clubhouse and on the field. Post-game show presented by Whataburger starts next.